Hey guys, welcome to my ultimate GetResponse tutorial playlist. And in this video, I'm going to do a GetResponse landing page tutorial. Now, if you missed out on my previous videos, pause this video and go and watch those two videos. In video number 1, I showed you how to sign up for a free GetResponse account. Now, if you haven't signed up for your free forever account, go ahead, click on the link below, sign up for your free account right now. Then in video number 2, I showed you how to set up a GetResponse autoresponder. This is important because this is going to help you get started with email marketing. Now in this video, again, I am going to be doing a GetResponse landing page tutorial. We're going to build one from scratch. Then we're going to connect the landing page with our autoresponder. When that's done, you are off to the races as an affiliate marketer. So let's get started. All right, guys, so before we dive into the GetResponse landing page tutorial, there are some housekeeping items that we need to take care of. And I want to point them out to you because these are going to be important elements that you need for your landing page. Do not skip over this stuff. If you want to build a long-term sustainable business and you want to do it ethically, then you need to have these items. So first of all, let me just show you one of my older landing pages. We're going to be building something that is very similar to this, but instead of giving someone access to a course, we're going to be giving them a free download. So if you look at this page, it's very simple, but down here, if I zoom in here, this is a GDPR checkbox here. When this person checks this box and they click on this submit button, they're going to be giving me their consent to have their information processed, and then I'm going to be sending them information and marketing material in accordance with my privacy policy. So these are some of the things that are important that you have to think about when you are building your affiliate marketing business. Now down below here, you're going to see in the footer, there's going to be a bunch of links here. And you don't need to have all of these, by the way, but the ones that are going to be really, really important for you to have are your terms and conditions, your privacy policy, and your earnings disclaimer. Those things are going to be important. And the reason why you want to have these pages set up is because when you start advertising, let's say you advertise on Facebook or on Google and you want to have traffic go to your landing page, then you got to have these pages set up in order to comply with those particular ad platforms. If you don't, you will not be approved to run ads. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, well, how am I going to set all this stuff up? Don't worry, because in the next video, video number 4, I'm going to show you how to build a GetResponse website. We are going to put together the terms and conditions page, the privacy policy page, your earnings disclaimer, so that those things are set and that we can connect them to your landing page. So this, as you can see, is an entire tutorial on how to get set up as an affiliate marketer. So now that we've got that out of the way, first of all, if we are going to create our consent box, that GDPR consent box that I showed you right here, we have to go into our account, into manage your account. Then you're going to go down to this menu item here called consent fields. So when you're in here, you're going to be able to create a consent field. So you're essentially going to be creating this right here, and you're going to be able to add that automatically to your landing page. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a new field, and we are going to call this GDPR consent. And in here, this is where you're going to add the text. Now it says here, what should the field say? So if we hover over this, this says, let people know clearly what kind of consent you expect them to give. The text you enter here will appear beside a checkbox. You can place a checkbox on your landing pages, forms, or webinar registration page. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in some text here. I'm going to just copy and paste some text that I already have, that I copied from that previous landing page that I showed you. I'm going to drop it in here. And you can see right here, we're going to have to create a privacy policy page. So I'm going to create that in the next video. So I'm going to show you video number 4. I'm going to show you how to build a website using GetResponse. We're going to build out these pages. So when you're done, you just click on create. And that consent field is now ready. So now we are ready to get started building our landing page. So all you have to do right now is go up here, click on create, and go to create landing page. And this is going to take you to their landing page builder. Now you're going to see here, they've got a bunch of different templates, all shapes and sizes and colors and everything. Don't be overwhelmed by this. These landing pages are here to give you an idea and to kind of give you inspiration. But in the world of affiliate marketing, if we are giving something away for free, the more simple the landing page, the better, because we want less distraction. We don't want all the pictures and videos and all kinds of graphics floating around. We just want to get their email address in exchange for a free lead magnet. And that is the reason why we want to start by building it from scratch. So I'm going to go here on show templates. And even within the build from scratch templates, you can see they give you a variety of different layouts. The one that we want is the most simple one. That one right here is plain template 10. So we're going to select this template right here. We're going to give it a name. We're going to just call it free giveaway. And we're going to go and click on next step. Now, if you look over here, you're going to see that this is what the landing page template looks like. So you can edit anything and everything in here. They even have a thank you page. This is where you're going to be able to link up your download here. Now, I'll explain where you can store your lead magnet, and there's a couple of options that you can use. But let's go ahead and dive into the landing page builder. All right, so here is our landing page. You can see very, very simple. And of course, we want to keep this as simple as possible. Having a brand logo is not necessary, so we are going to delete that. We want to keep this as simple as possible. And we're going to use a photo, and the photo that we're going to use is basically going to be a picture of our lead magnet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that as well. And we're going to just build this completely from scratch. So I'm going to just delete this entire box right here. And we're just going to keep the headline. So we're going to keep the headline. We're going to start right here. As you can see, everything is drag and drop. I can move this. It even helps you center it correctly. And I'm just going to change this headline. Just double clicked in here. And you can see you can change the font, the size. You can change the color. In fact, let's make this black here so it's easy to see. You can change the orientation. You can customize this pretty much any way you want. It's a very intuitive builder. And I really like it. And I think you will as well. So for our headline here, I have a headline that I just typed out, and it may not be the best one, but we're going to use it for this example right here. And it is 7 proven ways to grow your email list fast. So you can see right here, this is what it looks like. I can even add more space in between here. You can see right here, it's a little tight. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to add a little bit more space here. And I may make this a little bit larger. So I'm just going to increase the size. And I like this. I like how it just kicked over, and you can see it right here. 7 proven ways to grow your email list fast. Now, what we need to also add in here is our opt-in form. So you can see right here, there's a couple of forms. There's a pop-up one and a static form. A static form is basically a form that looks like this. This is a static form. A pop-up form will not have this box right here, these 2 boxes. It'll just have a button here. And when you click on it, a opt-in form will pop up. So that is the difference between the two. Go ahead, just start with a static form. It's easy. Just drag and drop it right here. Now you can see it's coming into form. This is a very simple form. All we're doing is we're just creating it just so we can get an email address in exchange for the lead magnet. So we've got that. Now what we want to also do is we want to add in a photo. So we're going to also add in a photo or a picture of our lead magnet, what we're going to be giving away. So you can see here, you can adjust this stuff any way you want. I can drag and drop this, center it, make it look nice, add whatever space I need in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on this, and I'm going to replace this picture. Now, you can upload files that you want, and I do have a picture that I'm going to upload. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag and drop this picture in here. And you can see right here, it's ready for upload. I'm just going to add it in there. So this is the image that I want to use. Now, you can see right here, you have 2 gigabytes of storage. So when you're uploading things to GetResponse, quick tip, always try and minimize the size. And one way that you can do that is by going to a site called TinyPNG. I'm going to show you what it looks like. TinyPNG is a site that will compress images for you. And you can do WebP, PNG, and JPEG compression. That way the size of your file is small and it doesn't take up a lot of space here on the GetResponse server. So this is the one that we're going to use. So I'm just going to click on that to use, and there it pops it in for me. So you can see right here, I've got this image in here. I can shrink it down, and I can also edit or crop it. So we're going to crop this image right here like this, make it look nice. And we are set. Now I'm going to drag this up here. You can see it looks good. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. Put this over here. You can make this as nice as you want. It's totally up to you. I'm making a simple one just to show you how easy it is to create a landing page in GetResponse. So now we want to add in that GDPR checkbox that we created earlier. So what we're going to do is we're going to click inside of this web form here, and we are going to click on this button right here, web form fields. When you click on that, you're going to see that you can add a number of fields. If you want to add in and ask for other information from that person, then you can. I would suggest you keep it simple. Just ask for their name at the most, because the more information that you ask for, the more resistance you create with that potential subscriber. But if we're going to add in that GDPR box, we need to come into consent fields, and you're going to see right here, here's our GDPR consent box. So we're going to check on that, and we're going to make it required because we want people to opt in to receiving information from us. When we're done, we're going to click OK. Now you can see right here, this thing became huge. So what we need to do is we need to shrink this down because we don't need it to be that big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink this down to about roughly 14 points right here. And I'm going to move this part right here. And then we're going to move this up, align it closer there. And then we need to move this button up here. So we're going to just drag this up, move it a little bit closer. Let's go ahead and shrink this part down here. And let's just center it there. So it's aligned with this image right here. And basically, this is the foundation of our landing page. Now I want to change this text in here. So I'm just going to change it to I want my PDF. And we're going to just stretch this out a little bit. And I want to center it just like that. And we're good to go. Now you can change the color if you want to. That's totally up to you. I like to use colors like green or orange, something that stands out amongst this background here, because you want people to have their eyes drawn to this area right here. So you can even shade in this box, the background, to make it stand out, because you want people's eyes drawn to this area right here. Now we need to add one more thing to this landing page, and I talked about it a little bit earlier, and that is this footer area right here. We need to put in our privacy policy link, our terms and conditions link, as well as our affiliate disclosure. Now we didn't build those pages yet. So in the next video, I want to show you how to build those pages using GetResponse. You're going to build those website pages in GetResponse, and then we're going to link them to this landing page. Again, this is necessary stuff. You have to have these links, these pages associated with your landing page if you're going to build a legitimate business. Now let's grab the text right here. We're just going to drop it down here, and I'm just going to center this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add in privacy policy. I'm just going to have a little separator here. We're going to do terms and conditions. Do another separator and do our affiliate disclosure. Now I'm going to show you guys how to build these again in the next video. But right now we want to have these placeholders in here so that we are aware and that we're ready to just add the links in when we build our website or the pages of our website. So we're going to just stretch this out a little bit and we want to just center this. So we're just going to grab this like this and we're going to center it. Okay, you can see right here it's centered. And this is kind of big. I'm just going to make it smaller. I'm going to just drop this down. About 16 point like that. So when we come back, what we're going to do is we're just going to highlight these and then we're going to just add a link. So that way we can add the link in here and then it's going to be linked to those pages that we create in the next video. So we're going to leave that like that. And when this looks good and we see that everything is aligned the way that we want, then we can move to the next step. And that is going to be checking this in mobile. We want to check to make sure that this page looks good in mobile because not everyone's going to be on their desktop when they land on your landing page. Some people are going to be in mobile. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this link right here and it says create mobile version. We need to compose the mobile version of your page and it isn't the preview you saw previously. You can now work with a mobile specific variant of a landing page. So we're going to say, okay, let's go mobile. And this is what this is going to look like on a mobile device. So obviously this is kind of huge. So we're going to shrink this down. We don't need it to be that big. We don't need it to be taking up that much space. So we're going to do that. You can increase the size of your font if you want to. We're gonna up this just a little bit. I'm going to see what we can do here to make it a little bit bigger. Just like that. And obviously I want to move this up. This is way too low right here. So we're going to move this up closer. Want to make sure that this is what they call above the fold, meaning when somebody lands on this page on their mobile device, we want this to be seen by them. So we're also going to move our affiliate disclosure, our privacy policy and terms and conditions. We're going to move that up here so that everything looks good. So this looks good to me. And if you want to preview it, all you have to do is click on this to preview and you'll be able to see a preview of what it will look like on a mobile device. So you can see right here, there's still a little bit of space right here. So what I want to do is I want to go back and I want to move this up a little bit more. I want this button to show when they see this page or when they land on this page on their mobile device. So we're going to come in here and I'm going to just shrink this a little bit more. In fact, I'm going to move this up a little bit more. Move this up and I'm going to shrink it down a little bit more. Just like that. And we're going to move this up as well. Move this up right there. Perfect. And we're going to move this up as well. And now we are going to preview this to see what it looks like. Perfect. So when they land on our landing page, everything they need is right in front of them. They don't have to scroll. We want to make this as easy as possible. So they're going to fill out their information. They're going to check this consent box and they're going to click on this and they're going to be taken to our thank you page. And this is what we're going to be setting up next. So in order to do that, let's go back to our editor here. You can see this is our mobile version right here. You can take a look at the landing page in desktop version right here. But what you want to do is you want to check out your thank you page. So we're going to click on that. And this is what our thank you page looks like. So again, we want to get rid of some of these elements because we don't need this. So we're going to take this out. We are going to add our page or our picture in here of our download. So we're going to click on this. We are going to replace it and we're going to take this same image and we're going to drop it in here. I'm going to just enlarge it a little bit so that it's more prominently displayed. And there is the image of our lead magnet. This is what they are going to get. And we're going to just change this up a little bit. We're just going to say success. Success. And I'm just going to put this in center. I'm going to make this black so that it's easy to see. Okay, and we're going to change out some of this copy over here, but we're just going to put 7 proven ways to grow your email list fast. And again, if you want to change the spacing here, you can make it much more spacious. And then we're going to just change this to black. And maybe we're going to go ahead and center this as well. Just like that. And you can adjust this any way that you want. I'm just doing this as an example. And we're going to just make this black as well. So this is what our thank you page is going to look like. Now for the download now button, this is where they're going to click on this and they're going to be given the download that they were promised, which is our PDF ebook. So in order to get this set up, all you're going to do is you're going to click on download now. And this menu is going to pop up and you're going to see right here, there's a link right here. You click on that. What you can do is you can store your lead magnet in a variety of places. I usually store mine on Google Drive. Some people use Dropbox. If you have Amazon S3 access, you can do that as well. But if you don't have access to any of those options, you can store your lead magnet in GetResponse. I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, if you enter in the link URL, let's say to your Dropbox or your Google Drive account, then when they click on it, they are going to get that download. But let's say you wanted to add the link to GetResponse because you want to store your lead magnet in GetResponse. Let me just give you an example here. So I'm going to replace. And if this is your document, let's say that this is the download that they're going to get, just hover over these three dots. And you're going to see copy URL. When you copy that URL, the URL of your document is now copied. And you can go back into this area right here, go back into link, and then go into the link URL and paste it in there. And that is how you set it up. So when they click that download now button, they are going to get the document that is stored on the GetResponse server. So let's just leave that there for a second. Just click OK. And that is basically how this page is set up, the thank you page. Now, obviously, I don't want this to be gray. I probably would change the color. I would probably make this larger. I'll do little things here or there to tweak it to make it look nicer. But again, I just want to show you guys how simple it is to set up. We also want to add in our footer links. So remember our privacy policy, terms and conditions, and affiliate disclosure. So we want to grab some text here. We're going to just add it down here. And we're going to center this. And we're going to do the same thing that we did on our landing page. So we're going to put our privacy policy, do a little spacer there, terms and conditions, do another spacer, a spacer there, and then we're going to do affiliate disclosure. And we're going to add these links later on when we build our pages in GetResponse, our website. So just center this. I'm going to make this smaller, maybe 16 point like that. And then once you're done with this, what we want to do, and let's just move this up here. What we want to do is we want to also check our mobile version. So let's go ahead and click on this mobile phone here. This looks okay, but look up here. This is where our footer links are. So we want to definitely shrink this down like this so that we can fit it. And then this is really large, so we're going to just make it smaller. So we're going to go maybe 12 point like that. And then we're going to move this down below like that and center it. Perfect. So this is what the thank you page looks like in the mobile version. And if you want to check out the desktop version, you can do that. Now we're ready to move on to the next step. So you're going to go here. You're going to click on this button that says next step. When you click on that, it's going to bring you to this page. This is your landing page settings. So you can see here your page title. You can add a description if you want. If you don't want the page to be indexed in Google, then go ahead, click on this box right here. If you need explanation of any of these, all you have to do is hover over these information icons here and some information will pop up. And this is where I'm going to choose my landing page URL settings. Now, there are a couple of options that you have to consider. And this all depends on how you set up your business. If you have an existing website, you do not want to connect that domain directly with GetResponse. What you're going to want to do is add a subdomain. So if you, let's say your website's name is yourcompany.com, and you have an existing website, you don't want to connect that domain with this landing page, what will happen is you will lose your entire website. So if you have a website, do not do that. You have two other options when it comes to that. I'm going to explain what those are. So you can see right here, I can use one of GetResponse's subdomains. So you can choose what you want in here as the subdomain, and you can choose the domain here. You can see right here it says gr8.com, as well as subscribemenow.com and getresponsepages.com. So it would be whatever you choose right here for the subdomain, and this would be the domain that it'd be connected to. Now, if you want to use your own domain, you can also create a subdomain, like for instance, if it's yourcompany.com, you can create one that says offers.yourcompany.com. So that would be your subdomain, and you can connect that to GetResponse. So that way you have more of a branded look. Now, I'm not going to do a tutorial on that during this video, but if you guys are interested in learning more, I'm going to link down in the description below to some help articles within GetResponse that are going to walk you through how to do that. If you want me to create a tutorial about how to do that, let me know. Drop your comments down below, and I'll go ahead and create some video tutorials for you. But this is where you're going to choose your landing page URL settings. So in this case, I'm just going to keep it the way that it is. I'm going to utilize GetResponse right here. So gr8.com. I've already have my subdomain in there. They chose it for me. So I'm going to choose that as well. And when we get to the subscription list settings right here, I'm going to choose my list. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to choose the list that I created in my last video. So I created a list called GetResponse Sample Email List. I'm going to choose that list because when people opt in, that's where I want them to go. Now, right here it says confirmed opt-in. Confirmed opt-in is your double opt-in. So that way they get an email saying that they want to be on your list or not. I'm going to turn this off right here. And basically, we're going to leave this right here, add into the cycle day on day 0. So when they opt in, they're going to get that first message that we set up in the last video. Because in the last video, I set up a GetResponse autoresponder. And then for the thank you page, we have the default thank you page, custom thank you page, or stay on the current page. You can choose what you want. If you want to do more of a custom thank you page, this is where, let's say if you were giving them access to a course, or if you wanted to have a landing page where they opt in and then you send them to the product that you are promoting, then you can put the sales page URL in here. They also have more information here. So if you're into analytics and remarketing, you can do that. Google Ads conversion tracking. Those are more advanced features, and I'm not going to be covering that in this video tutorial. But before we publish, let's go over here and just switch this back to the default thank you page. And when you're ready, all you have to do is click on save and then publish. And now your page is done. And if you want to take a look at it, all you have to do is click on the link that is displayed. It's going to pop up your landing page here. You can opt in to test it out. But this is how you build your landing page in GetResponse. Now, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to create those pages, these privacy policy, terms and conditions, affiliate disclosure pages, by creating a website using GetResponse. So as you can see, GetResponse, their free forever tool, is extremely powerful. This plan is going to allow you to get started as an affiliate marketer for free. And it's incredible. If you haven't signed up for your free account, go ahead, click on the link below to get started. But I'll see you guys in my next video where we are going to build a GetResponse website. We're going to build those pages. We're going to come back and connect those pages to these links down here. So stick with me, guys. Watch the next video, and I'll see you real soon.